How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Scott Games 99 channel. A little bit of a different format here. It's been a very long time since I have done any sort of face on the channel. So, apologize. Sorry for the jump scare. I just wanted to make this video because I just tried recording MLB, didn't feel like it. Then I recorded NHL, got into it about 10 minutes, and I realized almost immediately into that 10 minutes why I took such a long hiatus from NHL, just because that game is, you get into a rhythm where you're having fun with it, and then there's just a longer stretch of you just hate the game, want nothing to do with it, and it seems like I'm in that stretch right now. But I have been thinking over the past little bit what to do with the channel. Obviously, I enjoy making the videos. I enjoy seeing that some people still watch, and obviously I know that I'm playing games that aren't new. So people aren't going to watch, because the people who are watching are the people who are watching just to support me, which I greatly appreciate. But at the end of the day, I do want to grow the channel, and I don't want to be one of those YouTubers who's like, oh, I'm just going to play every single new game just because I know that'll bring in some people, because it's like, first of all, I don't have the money to afford to buy every brand new game, and there's just a lot of games that are coming out that I just don't care to play. I enjoy playing NHL most of the time. I enjoy playing MLB The Show, but obviously when those games are like older than a month, people don't really care about it anymore. You're not going to get new people coming in, especially because I don't play Diamond Dynasty. If I played Diamond Dynasty, I might get more viewers. Because that seems to be the be all end all of NHL or MLB content is Diamond Dynasty, and I just don't care about that mode. I don't, and I never will. Same with like Hut. If I did like Hut content, I feel like that would probably be a good drawer in of views, I guess. But I don't care about those modes. I don't like them. I think they are not good. They're just a way of getting people addicted to opening packs and doing all this stuff, so that way they give EA and San Diego Studios real life money for basically worthless items, because you don't get to physically get these cards. You don't get to physically get any sort of reward other than, oh, I got a Diamond Shohei Ohtani, or oh, I got a freaking whatever it is in NHL, freaking Patrick Kane, whatever, So I don't care about those modes. I like doing the careers where it's like, oh, you take this character and you build them up, and you get to see if you can win the main trophy every year and have a good team and see all that stuff. And that's what I like. And then obviously I like story-based content, but every time I've uploaded story-based content, that performs absolutely the worst. And I think it's either I need to focus on doing story-based content, or I need to focus on sports-only content, because I feel like I have been kind of doing the sports-only content for a while now, because it's been a few months since I last uploaded a story-based game, which was Red Dead. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But my main point of this video, this rambling video, I guess, is I don't really know what to do. My goal for this year was to do 3 videos a week, every week. And because with YouTube, the thing is quantity. YouTube doesn't care about quality a lot of the time, from my understanding. They want quantity. So if your channel, from what I've understood, and maybe things are different now because you never know with the YouTube algorithm, but Um, from what I've understood over the years is that it's quantity over quality. If a channel just pumps out constant videos, then eventually the algorithm is supposed to be like, oh, this channel is posting a lot, so maybe we should push them out to more people. And maybe that has worked for my channel since I started doing that. But we're 7 months in now that I've been doing 3 videos a week, and I don't know. Like, I don't care, but on the same aspect of things, I do, just because I do know I have some people that are still watching, and it's like if I stop making videos, I don't want to I don't want to disappoint them. But at the same side of things, I also have to think about, well, I work a full-time job. I come home and I'm already tired from having worked all day. So I don't, some days I'm like, I'd rather just sit down, play a game. I don't want to have to worry about, oh, I gotta get this done so I can record, and then I have to upload it and whatever. Granted, my editing and all that stuff doesn't take that long, but it's just the whole point of, like, sometimes I just don't want to record, but I feel like I've gotten into this rut where I'm like, well, I've already gone this far uploading 3 videos a week, so now I have to upload 3 videos a week, otherwise my channel is just going to completely plummet. But I don't know. Also, I feel like I'm a small enough channel where, like, I don't know. But anyway, the main point of this was just to, like, get my feelings out there about, like, how I feel about the channel and going forward. And I apologize that I'm looking like this way instead of this way at the actual camera. I'm trying to look at anything else besides me, because yikes. I do apologize. I would advise listening to this video with your computer monitor or your phone screen facing away from you, or turn your monitor off. That might be a little dramatic, but yeah, so I really don't know what to do. I might do 2 videos a week, but make them longer. Like, I might do Monday, Fridays, just because I know Mondays are usually the worst day of the week for a lot of people, and then Fridays are usually like, oh, cool, I can save up this type of stuff. I can save up videos that I can watch over the weekend or whatever, you know. So I don't know, maybe what I'll do is I'll go from 3 videos a week to 2 and just make them, like, a little bit longer. Or maybe I'll just do the same length, but just do it twice a week instead of 3 times a week. But I don't really know. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. If you think I should, if you think I should just be done, if you think that's what's best, then if that's what you guys think, then I'll probably listen, because I trust your guys' judgment. But if you think I should focus particularly more on this type of content, or this type of content, then let me know. I've also thought about, like, doing, like, movie reviews, because I like to go to the movies. I like to see movies. I like to watch movies. But the problem with that is why I've never done it, is because I feel like I tend to ramble and I get distracted easily, and then I go on huge tangents about other stuff, and I don't focus on the actual meat and potatoes of what I'm actually talking about. So I'm not really sure if that'd be good, and I don't really know, like, do I have to have, like, are there certain bullet points that you always need to talk about? Obviously, I know you need to talk about, like, the characters, the story, the acting, you know, the visuals, stuff like that, basically. But I don't know. I've just always been concerned that if I did that, I would just kind of, like I said, veer off and ramble about something completely different. But maybe I can give it a shot. I know Superman just came out, and I'm not really a big DC guy. The only DC character I've really cared about is Batman. But seeing the trailers for Superman actually got me kind of interested, and I do trust James Gunn. I think some of the best MCU movies are Guardians of the Galaxy 1 through 3. I think all three of those movies are probably some of, if not the best in the MCU. And I don't feel like there's any of them that are really worse than the others. I feel like they all are just on their own for those three movies. So I really feel like James Gunn can probably do really well. But that's the thing too with movie reviews is I'm not very judgy when it comes to movies. Like it takes a lot for me to not enjoy a movie. Like there's obviously some movies where I'm like I can tell by watching the trailers or just seeing previews from it where I'm like I'm not gonna like that or I'm not even gonna waste my time going to see that. But then there's other movies like Nosferatu that came out, and I have never seen anything from that director like The Witch or whatever else he's done. But I saw Nosferatu and I was like, you know, something about it just really intrigued me. And it was honestly one of my favorite movies that I've seen in a long time. Now, granted, most of the movies I go see in theaters are MCU movies and like stuff like that. So obviously, Nosferatu is very much different. So it was either I was going to love it or I was going to hate it just because it was so different from MCU. But yeah, so yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I could do that. Something else I could do is I like physical media, I guess. I've been really into that lately, trying to update my movies and stuff. So I guess I could show you some stuff I got. Sorry for the squeaky chair. And check out the Papa Meat apron that I got. I'm not really a big fan of whatever anime. I don't think this is an actual anime character, but that's like the art style. I'm not a big fan of that type of art, but I like Papa Meat, so I got the Gamer Supps bundle or whatever it was that came with all his stuff, so I just hang that there because when else am I going to use it? But so yeah, something I picked up not too long ago, like last week or whenever. I got the Shout Factory Halloween collection. I updated them all from 4K because I've got that. I got it as like a birthday gift or a Christmas gift way like 10 years ago when it first came out. The Blu-ray box set from Scream Factory that had all the original 8 movies, the 2 Rob Zombie ones. So yeah, that one. I have that one, which apparently if I sold that, I could make a lot of money from it because they no longer make that anymore. But I like 4K, and I like to upgrade like more of my favorite series or franchises or movies to the best quality possible. So yeah, I got this, and it's got a cool slip. They all do. So there's the cover for that. Obviously, I think everything's going to be reversed just because of the way it works. But yeah, the actual art that comes with this when I first got it was just this. But obviously, I figured if I have the slipcase with this art, I don't need it. I don't need to see it twice. So I just put it to the. Excuse me. I just put it to the poster art, and I'm so bad. I've never done this type of thing on a video, so I'm bobbing and weaving everywhere. You can see my computer background, but so yeah, there's that, and then we'll put that down there, and then obviously got Halloween 2. Pretty cool. A lot of people apparently did not like they just weren't fans of this art. I don't know. I don't mind it. There's some that are worse than others. Like I think it's Resurrections where Michael looks like a tool. He looks like he's just confused. But yeah, there's the cover for that one. I'm not gonna go through and show the cover for all of them. I don't even know if I will show all of them. But yeah. So then we've got 3, Season of the Witch, which I know a lot of people. I think it's gotten a better rap over the years, but I remember when I first watched this movie, I hated it just because I was like, oh, this is a Halloween movie that doesn't have Michael Myers in it. What the hell? Which I know is what a lot of people thought of when it first came out and everything. But honestly, when I watched Season of the Witch, I don't think of it as like Halloween 3. I think of it as just Season of the Witch. And viewing it from that point really changed my viewing of this movie, because the first like few times I watched it as Halloween 3, and I was like, oh well, this isn't a Halloween movie, because Halloween, the main thing you think of when you hear Halloween is Michael Myers. So I don't know, but then when I told myself, I said, okay, I'm gonna sit down and watch this not as Halloween but as Season of the Witch. I'm gonna take away all. I'm gonna go into it without thinking anything of Michael Myers, anything of Halloween. I'm just gonna go into it thinking of Season of the Witch. And honestly, watching it from that viewpoint really changed my understanding and like just experience of it. And honestly, it's probably not my favorite out of the Halloween series, but it's definitely up there, just because it's so different. The whole aspect of like the masks having that chip in them, that when they play that jingle, it like just basically brain rots everybody wearing these masks. And like that ambiguous cliffhanger ending where like Tom Atkins' character is trying to like call the cable companies or whoever and telling them to like cut the feed because there's still one channel playing that jingle. And it's like, oh shit, did he get it to cut off, or did like thousands of kids still like get their brains all turned to goop, So that's pretty good. And then obviously the return of Michael Myers, because they realized, oh shit, nobody liked Halloween 3, so we got to bring back Michael Myers. And then you have the 5th one, which obviously this one starts the Thorn trilogy, which continues with this. And then there was the box set for, I think it's because these 3 are owned by Miramax and the rest of them aren't. And I think I read that the only way that they'd let these movies get upgraded to 4K is if they included them in their own box set separate from everything else. So that's why you have 6, 7, and 8 in this box set, but it's still the exact same. They just come in their own box. So the Thorn trilogy ended with The Curse of Michael Myers. Now, I remember growing up that this one was my absolute favorite Halloween, just because it was the first one that I watched where I was like, damn, Michael Myers is freaking like just scary, because he's big, he's like he's bulky, he's like big and just bulky. And that first kill in the movie where he grabs that nurse and just jams her head on that like wall pike or whatever it is, that freaked me out all the time as a kid. And then I never knew, but this movie also has the producer's cut, which I haven't. I think I've watched it twice now, and I don't really remember much about it. But obviously, it's got the normal 4K of the theatrical cut, and then this is the scene here. This is the scene that always freaked me out, because he just stabs this lady's head on that pike, and then she's just hanging there. But this is the producer's cut, and then obviously it's got the Blu-rays of each version. And fun fact, this isn't the actual case. This isn't the original case this one came in. I actually got this today in the mail. I had to buy a replacement case for this because, where is it? I have it in here somewhere. Here it is. Because this is the original one it came in. See, it's empty. But this original case, like the discs would not stay in the holders. Like they wouldn't click in. So every time I'd open this, the discs would just be flying around, and obviously I don't want that. So I got a new case, and thankfully this one seems to actually have the discs click in, which is good. But yeah, so this was my favorite one. Obviously now I know it's not, but I respect what they were trying to do. They were trying to give Michael more of like, oh, well, this is why he's such an unstoppable killing machine, and this is why he does what he does. But they introduced like the whole Michael being Jamie's baby's dad, but Michael is Jamie's uncle. So you're just weirded out by that. And then the endings are just kind of abrupt. Like you could tell that they were hoping to continue this, but then obviously nobody really liked this movie, so they just went back to basics with the next one. But like both endings of both versions just don't really make sense, because like the theatrical version, it ends ambiguously where Paul Rudd, the girl, and the boy and the baby, they all leave, and Donald Pleasence's character goes back in to the sanitarium or the asylum or whatever, and then all of a sudden you see Michael's mask with all like the green goop and the syringes on the ground, and you hear Donald Pleasance screaming, and then it just ends. So you're like, okay, well, did Michael finally kill Dr. Loomis? But then in the producer's cut, they have Michael like get the cult. Paul Rudd puts like these stones on the ground, and then Michael walks into the runes or whatever it's called, and Paul Rudd is like, oh, I broke your curse. So then Michael's like freed, and then like he steals like this evil doctor. I don't know why I put quotes on that. He is an evil doctor, but the Man in Black is what he's referred to as, I think. I don't remember his actual name. He has a character name because he shows up in the original Halloween, and you see him in this one, but I don't remember his name off the top of my head. But yeah, you get to see that guy, and then Michael basically knocks him out, puts him in his overalls and his mask, and then takes the dude's outfit and dips. And then Dr. Loomis, Donald Pleasance's character, comes up and he's like, what the? And then the doctor's like, oh, you're now Michael's caretaker, and puts the curse effect on him. So then Donald Pleasance's character for the rest of his life is like the caretaker of Michael. But it makes no sense, because Michael you see a shot of Michael wearing the Man in Black's outfit, and Michael just walks off into the sunset. So you don't know if Michael still is like just an unstoppable killer, or if he's just now a regular dude since Paul Rudd did his whole rocks thing. So you're like, okay, did Michael just leave? And if he just left, then why does there still need to be this whole cult? If Michael left, why does Dr. Loomis have to be his caretaker? So it just never made sense to me. But I still get a kick out of this movie. I still think it's worth a watch. I definitely don't think it's as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. It's definitely not the best. But then, the return to form with Halloween H2O, the original return of Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. I love this movie. It's definitely very Scream heavy, because it came out in 97. 97 or 98. 98, I think. I feel like it was 97, but I guess if it was 98, that would be 28 years later. So, or 28, that'd be 20 years later. So definitely, this movie is very Scream heavy. It's very meta. It's very horror movie referencing, and which I don't mind as long as it's not overblown. But the one thing I will say is that the whole mask issue in this one, like they have the CGI mask, which looks absolutely awful, and then like the mask in this one, I'm not a big fan of either. But I don't know, that's neither here nor there. But this is just a nice return to form. Obviously, this movie's kind of forgotten about now with Halloween 2018, which was H40, because it was 40 years after the original. But I don't know. This one's still good. But then the last one. This is the one where he kind of looks derpy. Like, why are his arms out like that? Is he squaring up with us? Like, he's looking at us like he's gonna like square up with us. But anyway, so yeah, this one, Halloween Resurrections. I remember I did enjoy this as a kid, just because I thought the whole like, oh, they're live streaming and there's computers and it's a TV show. I thought that aspect was cool. And there are some things I enjoy about this movie, but it's definitely not one where I'm ever sitting there and I'm like, oh, I really want to watch that. Like, I don't think I've ever been like, oh, I want to watch Halloween Resurrections. I do think Michael is very derpy in this one, and the fact that they heavily like everything you see, like this is the main artwork for it, and you got Jamie Lee Curtis front and center on there. But she spoiler alert. Oh yeah, she literally gets killed off in like the first 10 minutes of the movie, and then you're expected to follow all these random teenagers around. Like, you're like, okay, I don't care about them. I don't care. But the thing that annoys me is that you see this, whenever you look up Halloween Resurrections and you look at pictures of it, you see this picture of Jamie Lee Curtis with long hair, which she has long hair in the movie, but then on the poster she has the hair from H2O, which makes no sense. Anyway, my gripe with it is that you don't see this ever in the movie. I don't know if there's like a deleted scene I've just never seen, but you don't see this in the movie, and it's always just irritated me, because I'm pretty sure if you expand out this photo, there's a picture of Michael Myers standing behind her with like his hands up like boo, you know, like behind her, like he's gonna like break through the glass that's behind her and attack her. But you literally never see that in the movie, because she gets killed off in like the first 10 minutes, and there's never a time where this would have taken place in the asylum. So it's like, I understand that they probably just did this as like a promotional image, but it's like, why do they include it on everything that involves Halloween Resurrections? Just because, is it because they know that, oh, if we don't throw Jamie Lee Curtis's face on everything, nobody's going to want to watch this movie because nobody cares? Probably, but I don't know. That just always bothered me. Another thing I gotta roll over and grab it. Can you see Danny DeVito? There he is. There's Danny DeVito. Make sure I don't drop this. I got this in the mail the other day. Yesterday or Wednesday, I don't know. But these are movies I have never seen. I've heard good things about them, but I've also heard bad things. But I'm very excited to give them a watch. It is the Terrifier Art Attack Collection from Umbrella Entertainment. It's very cool. I really like the artwork on it. Definitely very cool. And then it came with an actual VHS tape of Terrifier 3. Look at that purple glow. But yeah, it has like an actual VHS tape in here. And I know there might be some people watching this video who are like, what the heck is a VHS tape? I'm very familiar with these. I'm not too old, but I'm also young. I'm also young enough to know what it's like to actually still have to use these. I know most kids nowadays don't even know these exist. But will I ever open this and actually watch it? Probably not. I'm probably gonna leave it in its wrap and just keep it as a collector's item. But yeah, really cool. It's probably, like I said, it's probably reversed, but there's that. But then you obviously have everything in this. My only gripe is that it is kind of difficult for everything to come out of the box. But yeah. So yeah, what's really cool, this is the first one, Terrifier, which obviously I haven't seen. And it's got these cool slip cases on them, custom artwork and everything, which is really cool. But then, if you take the slip case off, it's got like the actual main poster for it. And these are reversible slips. So like, it's the same thing on the other side, but it's obviously got like the 4K thing on top, and it's got like the rated R thing on it, or like rated 18 or whatever it is, because this is an Australian company. But 4K Blu-rays are region free, so it doesn't matter, at least from my understanding. So anyway, get these papers back in here, and I'm always very OCD about the papers on my movies. I don't like it when they stick out from under the plastic. It really drives me nuts, so I always have to make sure they're under the plastic, and it never seems to fail. Whenever you get a movie, the plastic, or like the paper under the plastic, is always like halfway out or something, so you have to adjust it. But yeah, so that's Terrifier 1, and the cool thing is that it comes with the All Hallows Eve short, which is like what introduced people to Art the Clown. And I have never seen anything Terrifier. I obviously know there's a very infamous scene in this one with a lady getting sliced in half. I know that, but that's about it. And then we have Terrifier 2, which I know absolutely nothing about, other than I think in this one, I don't know if it's in 2 or in 3. And there's the normal artwork, and there's the back of it. But I don't know if it's Terrifier 2 or 3. But I do know that there's a scene where there's like a girl with her face getting removed, and then like Art the Clown puts salt on it, and it's like very gnarly. I don't know if that's 2 or 3. But speaking of 3, this is probably my favorite slipcase, just because, I mean, I just think that's very gnarly looking. And then on the back, Santa's not having a good night, I would assume. So there's that. And these slipcases are like my only gripe with it is that like the slipcases are very difficult to put on and take off. And then there's the cover art for that. And then there's that. Also, another thing too that was kind of negative in my opinion is that when you're really looking at the art for like these slips, like this, it seems like it's very blurry. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a HD picture. It seems like it's just like a PNG that they stretched out to fit, and it just kind of got blurry in the process. But I don't know, I don't really care that much about it. But the cool thing with this also is it came with a like book, and it just goes into like details about everything. I don't know how much of this I should show. I don't know if I'll get in trouble if I actually show it instead of just showing half of it. But yeah, it's got like just pictures and stuff of behind the scenes and everything, which some people don't care about, but I do. So that'll be cool to read through after I've watched all the movies. And I'm not going to go through all these. This was just on the back. This is what it all included. Comes with the box, the slipcases, and then inside Terrifier 2 and 3 there's like posters, and they have reversible. It's reversible, so like you can see here that one of them has the poster for Terrifier 2, and then on the other side it's for 1, and then you have this one which is for 3, and then on the back it's just like the art that's on the box. And then it's got 12 art cards, which are these. I'm not going to show all of them, but and then it's got that book, And then these are numbered. Apparently they only have made 20,000 and I got 5861. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Oh, I almost just had a big mess. I'm gonna put these here. I wasn't planning on recording for 35 minutes. My main thing is I just wanted to get on here and talk about the state of the channel. I have a dog hair on me in my beard. I have dog hair all over me. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the state of the channel, get your thoughts on it, see if you think I should do other stuff like movie reviews and hauls, I guess, is what it is when you show off new stuff you got. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Mainly the main thing from this video is just let me know what you think I should do. Do you think I should just stay with what I'm doing and just see what happens? Or do you think I should do 2 videos a week? Or do you think I should just do nothing and just call it a wrap on the channel? Or what are your ideas? I like to trust your ideas. You're my audience. I want to know what you want to see, and if I can do it, I will do my best to deliver that for you. But yeah, also I hope you really enjoyed getting to see some of my new acquisitions. I do have some other movies in the other room that I got to upgrade some of my collection, but I do not have them in here. They are the John Wick movies. I had 1 and 2 in a double pack on Blu-ray, and then I had 3 in 4K, and I don't have 4. I've never seen 4, so I have yet to watch that. But I was like, you know what, if I'm getting 4 in 4K, I'm just gonna get the first 2, so that way I have all of them in 4K. So I got those, but then I also got a Minecraft movie in 4K, and I know a lot of people are either they enjoyed that movie or they hate it. I think if I would have went and saw it by myself, I wouldn't have enjoyed it, but I went and saw it first with my nephew, had a fun time, he loved it, I had fun just because he had fun, and then I saw it again with my mom and my niece, because my nephew had talked about how much he had fun watching the movie and hanging out with his uncle, so then my niece naturally wanted to hang out with me and go see it, and then my mom, either from me talking about it or from my nephew talking about it, she wanted to go with, so she went. And I think she was definitely in the same boat as me, where if her grandkid, her granddaughter, and my niece weren't there, she probably wouldn't have enjoyed it. So it's definitely not a movie that I will probably be like, oh, I gotta see that again. But like if I'm ever watching like my nephew or my niece, or I'm just really in the mood for a Jack Black movie that's just complete nonsense, I'll watch it. But yeah, and then I got some more movies coming soon, so maybe I'll make videos on that if this is the type of stuff you guys like to see. But I don't want this video going longer than it is. Like I said, I wasn't planning on talking this long. I just saw these sitting next to me and figured maybe you guys would be interested in seeing them. But yeah, so you'll have to let me know about the channel, what ideas you want, if you want me to keep doing more movie stuff like this. I got plenty of movies I could show off. I could show you my movie collection if you want, and my video game collection. It's not massive by any means, but it's good in my opinion. But yawning. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed this impromptu setting up the phone, hitting record, and having to stare at my ugly mug for 40 minutes. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed my movies and my rants about them, and then me ranting about the channel. This is a different type of video, but I'm probably just going to upload it as is. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you did, hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell, turn on all notifications, so you never miss a future one of my videos. Thank you guys once again so much for watching, and until next time, take care. I don't know why I did that. You can see my dog. Don't mind the mess. Look at my dog. Okay, goodbye. Bye.